Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is round 2, race 2. Actually, no. Season 2, round 2, or race 2. Let's go with race 2 of the Pro-Am GT3 series, hosted by IFWL.net, proudly sponsored and affiliated by and with G-Portal, Moser, Fanatec and CD Keys, and Positive Perception, bringing all those incredibly tasty liveries to us in our race series. What's up, chat? How are we doing? How are we doing, everyone? Hope we're all nicely rested after our charity race yesterday. If you haven't seen that, it is an absolute hoot of a race. I shan't release any spoilers, but you know what? It's a watch. There was ups and downs, and it was such incredible fun. So don't forget, head over to our recordings and watch back those moments with joy. We also hit our donation goal of 500 euros. That donation will be going straight to Sophia Children's Hospital. And you'll find out on the stream that John Sirach, who is one of our... I'd like to say he's a potentially a Pro-Am, but I don't see him in the standings. My memory is, as you know, it's terrible. So I can confirm he's not in the standings. So yes, he's still in the beginner series, and he shared with us his really brave story, sad story that is, and why he was drawn to IFWL and what IFWL could bring. So that was an incredible event yesterday, so do check it out. It was great fun. Back to the race at hand. This is of course race number 2. Race number 1 saw, well, as we're watching now, Travis was not, I think let's just say it was a moment of pressure. It's his first opening race of the Pro-Am series, and it was over Skyline, and it was Turner very close up the back, and it might have been that Travis just missed his braking mark, and it sent him tumbling down the ravine of the mountain, to which he was not able to recover. Tweed was the champion in last race, which puts us in good stead of standings for Tweed. We do have other drivers, of course. Lehman, who's out on circuit. He is driving for Racing Performance, or sorry, German Performance. Of course it's Racing Performance, this is all racing. I think I'm still a little bit fried from yesterday's stream, because it was incredibly well, I don't know how to say it really. It was, yeah, I'm going to keep talking about it. I shouldn't, because this is race number 2 for the Pro-Am series, so I'll leave you to go and have a look in your own time. Thank you, Harry, for the kudos in the chat. It was also an absolute pleasure to commentate for you all. It was a struggle to keep up, to be honest, so I'm glad that I did a good job. So thank you very much. We do have a surprise entry this Sunday evening. Now, I'm just having a look through to see if I can spot the man in question. Here he is. It's Peter Bond. One of our IFWL regulars, otherwise known as Bondy. And by the twitches, it does look like he is on controller. He's, yeah, there it is. There's the telltale signs. Imagine having reflexes that quick. I wonder if the carbon fibre would hold it intact. And yeah, you're right. That's Slayer or Ben in the chat saying Bondi is in Pro-Am. This could be dicey, it could be spicy. Speaking of spicy, the P is back in town. He wasn't able to make the first race, but here he is in all his IFWL positive perception livery glory. And I dare say, I think this livery needs a little bit of Nando's touch to really personalise that. Perhaps the gold should be replaced with green. Who knows? Let me know in the chat what you think. He is, of course, the Macho P of the Pro-Am series. Just recently graduated from beginners. Solid contender. Definitely going to break up mid to top pack. Absolutely. Yeah, you would absolutely do him a solid opposite of a favour, Ben. You would, because yesterday we saw Bondi throwing in a few cheeky penalties on Ben. He was subject to quite a few scenic tours of the incredibly long pit lane at Spa. It was an incredible event yesterday, so thank you everyone. If you're watching on the stream and you raced yesterday, thank you so much for taking part. Oh, that was a little bit a little bit of contact. That was on car 95 and 91. Car 91 is a Stanek. You naughty little sausage, you. Oh, we'll keep an eye on that. That's maybe a flavour of things to come. He's racing for Iron Lynx. We have had a few Iron Lynx drivers in the past. So, yeah, you the commentator sees you, okay? You behave yourself. None of that. I've got a soft spot for Macho P's, so just you watch yourself. Just Thomas Stanek. Anyway, let's hop on over to Lehman. We've already given Lehman a little bit of screen time. Let's hop over to Christensen. Currently, oh, hang on, that's Peelan. So he just took 8th. There we go. There's Christensen racing in his own special livery, and just leaving the pits now is Travis, about to take on Kyalami once again. Conditions are, from what I heard in terms of circuit testing earlier, it is temperate but sticky. So I didn't hear any more, but the man in the know would definitely be Dave Brown, as he is our server manager, let's say, of all of our races for ACC. So here comes Christensen coming out onto his outlap. The current pace for today, once again set by Travis, in a 140.8, and Turner just sitting behind with just under 0.4 of a second, and Lehman is also up there with 0.6 behind the fastest pace. Yes, it was 3 pits, 3 laps. It was literally in the pits, do the drive-through. Come out of the pits, new drive-through. Every single lap. And I swear I just kept seeing it ding up like a warning light on a dashboard, on the standings board. It was a hoot to see. But it wasn't just Bondi that was applying those penalties. It was, of course, Succubus, who might or might not be in the chat. Who knows? And there we have it. There is Dave Brown, otherwise known as Smoke IRA, bringing us the feedback. Looks to be great track conditions today. Just got to look out for the sun baking the track towards the end. Other than that, the driver should be able to push the limits. There you go. That's it's going to be, considering the time of day is midday, it takes a little bit of time for that track temperature to accumulate, especially as it's real world weather that we are operating on in this series. This is a very close match to what it would be like right now in Kyalami. So this is Christensen's outlap, just about to start. Keep an eye on that. And a shout out to some of our folks that are over from Team SPX. We have Rocco Di Donato. Stanek in front. Let's get that on board. The lovely feline pair of that 296. This is a big difference to last week at Mount Panorama. Certainly a lot less topography to juggle, albeit a higher altitude. The altitude is definitely making a difference on our vehicle's output, power output. Optimum weather conditions means that the engines will be running as close to peak performance as possible. This is all, of course, subject to all of our unique custom setups that our drivers will be using. Di Donato is not letting up. Just there in the background is Bondi. He's giving Di Donato a run for his money now. He's he's closing that gap. Other SPX drivers include Marco Alessandro Casale, also racing in a Ferrari. I do believe this is a Ferrari effort from our SPX folks. There is, of course, Yorio, who sat in the garage. And there is a car, number 284. It was quite dark when everyone was racing. And there I think it was Kelleris. Yes, that's Kelleris. Oh, and I see a sneaky livery that I remember from the GT, well, the beginner series. That is, of course, S Parks, otherwise known as Mania Boo, is sat in the pits with a... Let's just get another look at that. If you haven't seen this one, this is quite the original livery, which Parks has actually designed himself. There we go. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's certainly feeling Donatello rather. I believe they're males. You know, other genders can, are available. Just over his shoulder is Peeling, with Apex not found. I have to get my right screen to work rather than try and drag my mouse and take the camera with me. And I can't see Peeling. There you are. There he is. There you go. Trim Peeling. Apex not found. Oh, it looks like someone just coming into the pit lane there has got a bit of engine damage. Who's that? It's car number 9. Car number 9. That's Anastasia, another SPX driver. And just like that, pop, pop, pop. All of our drivers are ready to drive off. Just under 2 minutes to go now before we get going. If you're new to the channel, just tuning in, this is IFWL. Back again for round 2 at Kyalami. Weather's good. The weather's anticipated to stay good. Which leaves the door wide open for our drivers to focus on solid racecraft and none of this secret sauce that you have around wet or cold weather conditions. And we just had officially from the paddock, Bondi calling himself out in a modest sense that he's certainly not a pro. Well, you're in the Pro-Am series, so it's a halfway house, so you definitely got that label today, Bondi. So enjoy it. Enjoy it. Other drivers on the circuit today include Wayne Bowler. We witnessed a pretty horrendous incident from Bowler, who received a lot of pressure coming down Conrod Straight last race at Mount Panorama. Christensen piling the pressure on, coming into the Chase complex. What livery? I don't know what you're talking about. Can you be a bit more specific, Bondi? I'm needing a little bit more help on this. Is it a car that's around here somewhere? I can't quite see it. Oh, he's gone straight into garage. There we go. I think it's a great livery. Look at that lineup, and we're ready for qualifying. Just like that, we are ready to go. Just there is Hansen, racing for Team Nulla Esport. Christensen is also a part of that. Drivers getting ready to tackle the K of the Lamy. So I hope you're happy now, Bondi. The livery has now left the screen for now. I can't guarantee it won't return. I realise that I haven't covered one particular driver. It's Andy Goodread, who was also promoted last season from beginners into GT3, into Pro-Am GT3. Whilst the comms have gone slightly dark, I am cooking up a rather tickly little prediction. So based on my predictions for today's race, I am looking at who is going to be taking pole position today. So I'm giving you the opportunity now to have a pre-think about who your top drivers are and where they are likely to appear on the grid today. Quick shout out to some of our new followers. We do have Stens, who joined an hour ago, and the G Wizard 11 hours ago, and Millie19811. Thank you again for the follow. We appreciate you, and also to Rossisan 2000. That was yesterday. So thank you very much. Appreciate your support. And if you're just tuning in, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. That is on Twitch. Hit subscribe on Prime as well. I believe that helps you bypass some of the adverts. So you have been notified. Does support us as well. So this is Goodread about to tackle. This is now his outlap. So we'll see where he places on the grid for his first run. Comes on the line is 6th place. And that is a respectable 142.4. Currently, Travis is in the lead with a 141.4. It's not his fastest. We saw him having a 140 in practice. Christensen, oh, Lehman's just stolen it. Took second off of Christensen's hands. And we have Yorio in 4th. We'll keep an eye on the standings as the race, or as practice and qualifying progresses. Oh, Turner's just snatched it. He's got the 141 and 1,000th or 100th of a second. Travis is sneaking in 2nd. Yorio's up there in 3rd still holding it down, and Lehman is also up there. Okay, predictions in. Let's go. You got 30 seconds. Let me know what you think today's pole position is. Provisional standing is Turner with a 141 and 100th of a second. Travis just 100th of a second behind that. We've only got one vote. We haven't got long. One vote only. Get your votes in. The ending shortly. Hey, maybe we need some more time on that. Do we need our folks more time to think about that? Pop your thought in the chat. Shout out to our sponsors and affiliates. That is G-Portal providing us the quality server output. Moser Fanatec providing our hardware needs, CD Keys with the software, and Positive Perception coming in with the super tasty hot liveries. If you join our Patreon program and you're brand new to the Patreon program, sign up today for gold member subscription. You get 50% off when you use Adam T at checkout. Now remember, you have to be a brand new user. Existing users in the Patreon subscription package will not be able to receive that discount. However, I was reminded it is actually cheaper than a Netflix and any other video on demand subscription package. So you can't argue this is better than Netflix. It's better than Netflix, right? I've got, you know, I've got a tumbleweed in front of me. That's the only supporter I've got giving me that confirmation. But I'm going to, you know, until someone tells me otherwise, that's what I'm going to believe. So, and it looks like we have a resounding choice. It's going to be Tweed. Tweed is the prediction. Yes, Smoke, I think Travis is definitely going to be up there. As long as Tweed doesn't pile the pressure on. Lehman has snatched that top spot off of Turner's hands right now. We've got 1 minute 15, so it's really not long now. Let's get dialed into all the action that's going on. Let's go to Lehman. His pace is 1/10 behind provisionally. However, someone that's coming in super hot right now. Coming over the line is Christensen. He's just snatched third, which is pushing Travis down the rankings. I'm not sure he's going to have enough time to make time back. Travis is on the dirt at the moment, so we'll cut back to him once he's settled. Keeping an eye towards the back of the field, we do have Kelleris. Currently sat in 13th. He's about to make his standing in just a few moments. What's it going to be? He's still in 13th. He has secured it just a little bit more with an extra 10th. We have Peelan is facing the wrong way. Sorry, it's like interrupting someone when someone hasn't locked the bathroom door in a public restroom. Just a little bit embarrassing and awkward when you're like, oh, which button shall I press? So here comes Yorio. He is on for 2/10, maybe just a 10th at this rate. He comes out at the final corner, takes it over the line. He's still in 7th. And Lehman is, well, quite smug in the pits. Turner's happy. But Christensen has just tackled the forbidden sausage from the penultimate corner. Is he going to make the time back on this corner? Not quite, not quite. He's happy with his 3rd place. Other drivers on the circuit at the moment. Is Casale going to improve? Yes, he does. Look at that jump. Great jump. The 7 places. The 11th minute. Canitano is in the pits. Stanek is at the back of the pack. Indeed, this is a tough lineup. Tweed, were you feeling the pressure? There was like a 99% vote in favour of you getting pole position. But no, it was Lehman. Lehman stole the show. And did we expect that? Well, I had some inklings. My spider tingle gave me some kind of indication. Right, so we're getting ready to start today's shindigs. There's another car just ticking on by in the background. Those beautiful GT3 sounds, keeping us company while the timer gets itself sorted. So with that, I'm going to take a short break. And we will be returning in just over a minute, so don't go anywhere. We are back, folks. We're back and ready to tackle the South African circuit here at Kyalami. The short formation lap. Tensions are high. We have just under 2 minutes to go until race start. And just keeping an eye on what we witnessed earlier. It's Lehman leading the pack today. And as Tweed has pointed out, the first 13 drivers are separated by 1 second of each other. That is fiercely competitive. So let's see how that pace pans out. So it's not about who's fastest, it's about who's bravest, most consistent, and most dialed in. Not just into the track, but the surroundings and what their opponents may be bringing to the table today. Some drivers, well, they fare better in this kind of weather condition, which is a welcome break from last week's conditions on Mount Panorama. That's yeah, we are just building up to the anticipation of the race start. I bet you are nervous, Bondi. All I can say is good luck and have fun. That's your main thing. And for goodness sake, don't watch the stream while racing. That is only going to hurt you. These guys don't bite. They only bite if you're naughty. So behave yourself and everything will be fine. We all have your back. We are ready to watch you tackle this incredibly fast and tightly banked circuit. We're going to cut to the front of the pack now. It's Lehman on pole and Turner just behind. Here comes the cars over the past this forbidden sausage. That I'm going to call it the forbidden sausage, but it's actually called Cheetah. I think it might be Cheetah. It might not be. I'm just going to call it the sausage. Okay, so we're getting ready. Gloves on. Clean racing. Good luck, have fun. It's a green light very shortly. There's the red light. Is it going to turn green? There it is. Round 2 here at IFWL Pro-Am Series at Kyalami. We're going neck and neck into the first corner. Tweed is giving Lehman the squeeze. Has he overshot his braking mark? He has not. He has taken off immediately. The pack is breaking back from Tweed and Lehman. Christensen is just maintaining and compensating for any turbulence. I'm sure Travis in the back and forth is looking to make some ground back after today's, well, last week's incidents. Keeping an eye on the instant log, we have had a few incidences already. We will dial back and have a look at some of the contact that happened. Well, there's one particular driver that has, well, the number has appeared twice, which we will cut to just now. Let's have a look at this replay. That is car number 406. Oh, that's Coloris. Oh no! It's Parks, he was collected! We're going to have to cut back to that and also have a look what happened. Unfortunately, my race control is not playing ball. We will cut to that very shortly. Just bear with me while I have a look at what's going on there. So Parks, I hope, is still on the circuit. There he is. He's towards the back of the field. Just a little small wee error. That was not good. So, condolences to Parks, who was sent tumbling down the order. As Dave's quite rightly pointed out, the pack is super tight. It's Lehman laying down solid defence work on Tweed. The claustrophobic nature of the Lamborghini. Currently 4/10 sat behind, and just behind is Christensen, Travis and Peelan. I believe that's Bowler just behind there, keeping up with the front pack. Here we go, coming down the hill. The forbidden sausage incoming. Drivers keeping it level. There is absolutely no breathing room between the exhaust pipe and nose of Tweed. Let's see what he's going to make of this as he comes down the straight. Is he going to get the toe? Coming into turn one. This is tight. He's having a look. He's done it. He's squeezed on the inside. Is he going to close the door? He's done it. He's made it. He's given Lehman a solid territorial display. Oh, and Lehman is coming around the inside again. 4 minutes in, and I'm going to get a dry throat from the excitement. Oh, and Christensen said he's going to make some... He's not quite got enough run to take at least Lehman. And Travis, well, Travis, he's hot on the heels. It's Christensen's view, and just behind you have the German powerhouse, the M4, followed by the Aston Martin and the Ferrari in hot pursuit. Zero room for error. Oh, is it neck and neck between these two? Trim and... There was an attempt. There was an attempt. There goes Peelan. Cars are sticking to the circuit like glue for now. It could get dicey later on, as Dave mentioned earlier in his circuit review during practice. Travis, well, he's got the run. Has he got the pull on Christensen? No. His wing is ridiculously close to Christensen's rear end. That is so close. They survive into turn one. Peelan's making a move on the inside there. Neck and neck with Christensen. Christensen says, no thank you. This is my turn, my place, my time to shine. But Travis has squeezed through. Next stop, Lehman. Surprise visit from Yorio. Coming up to 7th there. Just in front is Bowler. Bowler's getting cozy. I wonder if he's trying to read his bumper stickers. But I can tell you, if you're wondering what they say, I wouldn't wonder. Because Trim doesn't know where he's going, apparently. Does look like Turner's pulling away from Lehman ever so slightly. This is the on-board shot. Opting for middle to wide on that approach, which is interesting. Subtle differences. Oh no, Tweed! He's just taken the curb! This is the forbidden sausage! He has recovered it nicely, but that has brought Travis into the picture now. He's on his hit list. This is going to be Travis's moment of redemption as he comes into turn one. Hard on the brakes. Composure is maintained. Coming into Sector 1 now. 4 laps complete, and Lehman has exchanged places twice now with Tweed. Christensen is just hanging back there, with Peelan hot on his tailpipes. Apex not found. Well, I'm sure he's finding Apex as being this far up the standings. That Aston Martin being the absolute torque monster, tackling the chicanes beautifully. Do say that is a bit of a faux pas when he says that Apex not found. Maybe it's just a ruse to distract our drivers. Just checking the back of the grid. It's Macho P's. What happened? What happened to Macho P's? I'm just going to check on the replay now. So here's Macho P's. It's coming up through. Side by side. Ah, and he collected. That was Parks and Macho P's. Ah, that is... That's a sad turn of events. Let's hope he makes it back. This Macho P's also took a pit stop, so now he can go and enjoy going straight up to the end of the race without having to worry about his pit stop strategy now. Dangerous position for... I'm just looking at what's going on here. Has there been an incident up towards the front? No! I've missed something. Hang on. So, Tweed had to pit because his steering wheel was coming off. But see, Turner and Christensen are in the pits. And I'm just going to have a look at some of the... I don't see any incidences though. So maybe Christensen is pulling out a fast one in his unpredictable nature. Oh, side by side coming through the top of the hill there. And Bowler has just snatched it straight off of Peelan's hands. And Peelan is, he's not letting go in a hurry. That's for sure. He is, oh, look at that. Look, he's pushed and pushed. This is a dangerous spot to be in. Is Bowler going to back out of the forbidden sausage? He doesn't. Wise move, wise move. So in the background is Casale for SPX coming through. His teammate in the... Oh, this is a drive-through from Christensen. Oh no. Oh no. That's gonna hurt. Parks has just... Well, he's... I think he hit the sausage curb. And very, very cautiously pumped the brakes coming into the pits. Coming to almost a complete stop. But you know what? It's better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry. If you're new here, you're just tuning in, this is the Pro-Am Series Season 2, Round 2 at Kyalami. Weather's good, it's beautiful, it's current weather conditions in real life, otherwise known as RWW, Real World Weather. And we've had some great racing, tidy racing, surprise upsets. Christensen, usually a trendsetter in pit strategy, has succumbed to a faux pas in pit strategy. He has got himself a drive-through. I'm guessing too fast on pit entry or exit. And Bowler is not letting up, fighting for 4th position or 3rd position. Peelan is defending hard. And Bowler doesn't quite have the run on Peelan. It seems like Peelan has got the top speed. Coming up to turn 1. Maybe that's where Bowler is struggling. Heading towards the back, or mid-pack rather, we have Arturus Yogminas, otherwise known as Yogma. To our regulars, he is doing battle with Mick Stone. Quite a bit of damage there on car number 232. It looks like that was a race incident. There was nothing to suggest on the logs that that was catalyzed by any of our drivers on the circuit. Current fastest driver today is Travis, 8/10 behind the race leader Lehman. And Peelan, wow, these two are at it again. They're just dancing around third position right now. Oh! Just as the camera changed, there was some contact. And Peelan is slowing down like the absolute gentleman. Taking it slow round the sausage. We'll cut back to that shortly. Where Bowler is going to catch up to Peelan. Now Bowler and Peelan have just entered the pits. But in other matters, Travis is slowly catching up. Making great pace. We do have some back marker action in front. Can't quite tell from this view who exactly that is. That is a Ferrari. It could be any one of the Team SPX drivers. Could also be Macho P's. I doubt it's any of the top 6. But this is getting super close. But Turner and Yorio, well, some hard defense going on from Yorio. Opting for wide entry mid-exit. Again on the same strategy on the next corner. Oh, and there's some extra action happening towards the front. Travis had a go on the outside, but Lehman closed the door on the inside. That was a little bit of back marker complications, but Lehman managed to keep that lid on. Big shout out to our affiliates, G-Portal, Moser, Fanatec and CD Keys and Positive Perception. Do sign up to become a Patreon member today at patreon.com/IFWL. If you're brand new to the subscription and you don't have an existing one, using code ADAMT at the checkout for a gold member plan will see you having 50% off in your first month. So get signing up, get supporting this incredible league, and you get to see a lot more than just your average league. We have custom liveries at your disposal, discounted liveries from Positive Perception, access to the AC Country Bash map, which is an incredible amount of fun. You get to have a say in how the league operates in terms of race format, And there's plenty more where you can find out, and that's over at patreon.com/IFWL. Check out the plan details and you can see why this is an incredibly good value subscription to be a part of. So once again, patreon.com/IFWL. If you want to see more races like this, hit like and subscribe. We are also over on YouTube broadcasting. Hitting like and subscribe means that you won't miss another beat. Heading over to YouTube, Black Metaphor TV. Unfortunately, no, there is no console stream today. Jackson is unavailable. He has some personal events ongoing just for this weekend, so we are expecting him to return next week. If he is watching, give us a sign, Jackson. Give us a sign. Are you here? Are you present among us? And there's Travis taking a pit stop just under the halfway mark. Much needed tyre change. Pressures are definitely going to be different, although the track temperatures have not changed. Ambient is still the same. We have a lot of our front pack in the pits. However, Stanek, well, he's blasting through. He does have in front of him Yogminas. And he's gone on the inside. He's done it. He's slipped on through. That's taken him into third position, I believe. It is true. He is in third with Yogminas hot on the heels. Not about to let that opportunity slip from his hands. This is, of course, 4 drivers that, well, just looking at the grid at the moment, it's 6 drivers still yet to pit. It's a mandatory pit stop. Anastasia over for Team SPX. Seems he's hunting down Kaliris. This corner's called Sunset. I can't quite remember. But heading back on board, because we all love the onboard engine sounds. Bondi has entered the pits, currently sat in second, but with that mandatory tyre change, I'm sure he's going to start disappearing down the pack now. Heading over to Yogminas, he is still hounding Stanek in front there. And these two still are due to make a mandatory pit stop. Oh no, there's an that's a spin. We watched that in the moment. Now that is certainly a time, if not any, to come into the pits and get that mandatory pit stop now. So that's Yogma with that position change just slipping away from his hands. If you're new to the channel, and you haven't done so, hit like and subscribe so you can subscribe to more action in the weeks to come. We are only on round 2. There are 9 or 10 rounds. I cannot remember. My memory is poor. But do hit like and subscribe so you can see more Pro-Am action. Pack has balanced out. This is the closest action ongoing. 4 tenths between them. Oh, Jogminus has just entered the pits. As expected, position exchange between Stanek and Lehman. Just checking back on the incident log to make sure that there wasn't any foul play. None that I can observe. We're over the halfway mark now. Many of our drivers, with the exception of Stanek and Jogminus, who's currently in the pits, and Cannatano, are still yet to pit. Travis is still setting the trend of 141 and just 0.03 of a second off 4 tenths. Bowler's doing a duel with Anastasia. Big shout out from Hello Harry. Turner is in 4th. At this current pace, he will certainly be on podium, albeit no more in real life incidents. There was a position change between Anastasia and Bowler. This is certainly Bowler's portion of the circuit, where we saw him doing battle earlier on, doing many position changes between himself and Peelan. Let's just head back a couple of seconds there and see that action unfold. Well, I think I've got this right. Here we go, making the climb up the hill. And it is just that particular line that Bowler seems to dial into, and he does incredibly well. So Lehman has taken that position off Stanek. Stanek is incredibly competitive at this stage, but he still needs to take his pit stop. When is he going to take his pit stop? Checking the chat, we are hearing some support for Bond, or Bondy, as he's affectionately called. Thank you, Klutz. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're keeping well, sir. However, something's brewing between Casale and Cannatano, so that whitewash livery is actually Cannatano, who's racing for Team SPX as well. Oh, what's going to happen here between the teammates? There was a little tease, some friendly competition. Cannatano is defending hard. It may be playful, but Casale is not messing around. Checking that rear wing shot. Thank you, Orion Lod, for the follow. Appreciate you. Much love from IFWL. Looking forward to having you on stream. It's getting tense in the closing moments here. 13 minutes remaining. I can't quite see that from that angle. Oh, little love tap coming out of that hairpin, or close to hairpin, super tight corner. The forbidden sausage is tackled safely. No one was injured coming through that horrible corner. Canatano is still yet to pit. Thank you for the update on the delivery. Yes, we need more GMC, Ben. Yes, we do. Welcome to the chat. GMC is coming. We did have the teaser from previous podcast where I aired on, or ran through with the team what is up and coming. Not just GMC, but we've also got F125 in the works. That is coming in the early part of June. So if you haven't got it already, head on over to CD Keys using our affiliate link to get your discounted access using our affiliate codes. For more information, head over to our Discord channel where you can get more information there. We do have our first league race happening in the first week of June, where I will be commentating. It is a PC league, so stay tuned. There'll be more details coming in the days to come. Travis has just made some moves on Stanek. And this is also a nice segue into current affairs over at IFWL. We are looking for PC only race stewards in our fantastic league. You'll be part of a really, really tight-knit team, family attitude, team that looks at all of our race incidents. So if you think you've got what it takes to keep our drivers in check, but treating them like cotton candy, then head on over to IFWL and inquire within. You can also drop a message over to Slayer or one of the team members. You can even contact 652 Adam Ty. That is my driver designation on Discord. And yes, I do race. And currently I'm racing for the Skoda Octavia VRS Championship on Assetto Corsa. Those sloppy boats are something else, but they are lovable, that's for sure. So, Andy Goodread and Bond. This is a good matchup. Now, I'm not sure if you'll see some appearances from me in GMC. Would you class me as that kind of level of competition? Maybe? Could I be racing while commentating? Maybe. Though, that is... well, I've done it now, haven't I? Put my foot in it. Gonna make a new pole. I'll give you 2 minutes to think about this one. Let's get your thoughts. Let's get engaged. That would be spectacular if I could get involved with the racing. One of us. One of us. I did have a play around earlier this week, and I was surprised to be sitting amongst... well, it was an absolute pleasure to be sat amongst the the drivers that I commentate for. And Stone has just slipped on in and taken 17th off of Cannataro's hands there. I think we just missed that moment. Maybe we can go back, maybe 20 seconds and watch that moment. Let's just cut back to that and see what we can do. I don't think we managed to capture that moment, unfortunately. So, a few more seconds and we'll cut back to the race. There we go. So, I tried. Haha. Nissan advert. Really? You thinking of buying a Nissan, are you, Klutz? Anyone else had a Nissan advert? Let me know your thoughts or what you observed in the chat. It's funny seeing what adverts come out. Goodread and Bond are still fighting it. It's close. It's really close. Nissan Leaf for Klutz. Represent. We have the results in. What are the results? None of you voted. Poor effort, guys. Poor effort. Should we run that poll again? Oh, so you're blaming the other half for ordering the Nissan Leaf. Well, she may be perusing the Nissan range, so you never know. She might be getting the GTR. She's getting ideas, maybe taking it on a track day. Other car brands do apply, of course. It looks like it's a bit of a Bondi sandwich with Stanek and Goodread getting that rear wing shot. Well, I can't see much going on behind, but it's Goodread neck and neck. Look at that overtake right on the inside. Bond holding it down. Well, if you had to vote, Klutz, which way would you vote? Would you vote yes, no, yes, and commentate, eat the forbidden sausage, or you can't park there? Which one would you go? I will rerun the poll because you lot were sleeping, so I will go again. So the question is, should myself, Adam Ty, the commentator, race in GMC, that is the Gas Monkey Comp, and I am going to give you 2 minutes once again. Let's go. Giving you 3 options now. No overwhelm. And you know what? Option 3 I am going to be overwhelmed with. Race and comms. I am just going to come out and make all sorts of strange noises down the microphone. So I might have to use the push-to-talk system. And maybe you get to see my face on screen breaking a solid sweat. In more serious matters, in today's race in Pro-Am, it's Travis and Lehman jostling for that first place. We've got just over 3 minutes to go. Lehman is 9/10 on the heels of Travis. Keeping an eye on that for later. It's Di Donato, Kaliris and Bowler tightly packed together with about a second difference between all of them. Kaliris seems to have full beams on. Or he's getting quite transcendent on us. Used all channel points and still lost. Right, let's have a look at the results. That was a yes. Yes is the vote. That's 12 votes. Yes and commentate with 7. Well, it was, in terms of points that were donated, I don't know whether I should be disclosing this information, but thank you very much to those who threw in a solid amount of points. Thank you so much. My love goes out to you. Option 3 for the win. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. There you go. Ben contributed 2,100 channel points. Thank you so much for that. If you're new to the channel, hit like and subscribe. Unfortunately, no refunds, Klutz. I will pay it back in my presence. Ben gets all your points. Sad times. Christensen is, well, he did the overtake in that moment, and what a move that was. On screen celebration there from Ben. That is the GMC Cup. We are getting ready to start on GMC. More details are to come. Do tune in to our Discord server where you can find out more information there. Keeping an eye on the front, it looks like Lehman had a bit of an accident. He has dropped back 2.5 seconds now. Kaliris and Di Donato and Bowler literally have half a second between all of them. Look how close that is getting on the corner. That is getting far too close. Let's just get Bowler's view there. Getting super tight. Kaliris just conceded a position. This is absolutely Bowler's favourite place to overtake there. Next stop, Kaliris. Who do you think is going to be taking that 5th place spot in today's race? Once again, I'm going to be making a new poll. It started. You've got 2 minutes. Orion LOD. Yes, you can. You can. There are a few drivers here on PC that race with controller. We have a driver called Dragon who races controller, and he's highly competitive. And at the moment, it's Bondi also racing on controller. Bowler's, he's going to be making some moves. Is he going to do it? He's getting close. He is getting close. I will go to Bondi very shortly. There we go. He's fighting for Stanek. But who am I going to chomp to? It's Bowler. He's making his move. He's going to be climbing up the hill now. We've got 2 very key moments happening. It's Bowler. Bondi is making some moves. There's some solid defense from Stanek. Absolutely no chance of Bondi going through there. And Bowler was predicted to make some moves on Di Donato. Valiant effort from our drivers in 1st, 2nd and 3rd. That's Travis in 1st. Lehman in 2nd, Turner in 3rd. Cutting back, it's Yorio just coming over the line there with a comfortable 4th. Di Donato. Oh, and Bowler's eating the... He's eating the dirt. I missed it. I missed it. How did I miss that? Anyhow, we're still doing battle between these two drivers. There has been a lot of argy-bargy in these moments. Stanek is desperately clinging on, holding on to his 14th place. Bondi goes wide. Stanek holds a firm defensive line. Here comes Bondi, racing for controller. He goes too wide. He's eaten too much dirt. That has cost him dearly. But is he going to recover as he comes round into the final corner? He has not done enough to secure himself decent enough position in today's race. And there we have it. That is Bondi and the rest of our drivers cutting over the line. Well, that got incredibly animated in those closing moments. Could barely keep up. I could barely keep up. I can breathe now. Yeah, it really did. It escalated very quickly. I'm going to have a word with these drivers and issue a ticket for just, you know, it's just one commentator. The things we do. The things we do for you guys. I love you all. Great racing. Thank you so much for a great conclusion to today's race. So that's Travis making a comeback there. Solid comeback. Just cutting over to Orion LOD. In terms of game content, if you check out SimGrid and look at the pattern of tracks that will be on show, I personally and the rest of the chat is recommending the DLC. However, with CD keys we do have a discount on top, so that is using our affiliate link. So do head on over there and grab yourself a bargain. Indeed, Klutz, you are correct. There you have it. We are helping the community. No, not from Steam, Orion. You use CD keys and you get yourself your individual license key, which you can then install on Steam. Head on to Discord, sign up, get your driver number, get yourself prepared. Follow the sign up process and you will enjoy a very smooth transition into our leagues. Don't forget to use our driver classification tool as well. That is also found on ifwl.net and on the Discord server. If you can't quite find it, do ask one of our team with an IFWL badge. So with that, we are now closing down the stream. So thank you so much for everyone joining. I just got a backstage ask, can we get a wheel spin? Now, Slayer just came in at exactly the right moment. So I believe we can. So we are just going to take a short break while I get this sorted, or we can continue chatting. Thank you, Dave, aka Smoke IRA. That is, of course, one of our team members, as is Klutz and Tweed, and myself, of course, not just a pretty voice. And then nothing's happening over here. I'm in the wrong view. Stay here. Right. Here we go. Now, while I am live, I don't believe I can actually sort anything out in terms of wheel spin. We'll of course have to do a share screen. Okay, we do have Ben, aka Slayer, coming into the comms channel very shortly. So don't go anywhere. We are going to be doing our wheel spin from yesterday's race, I believe. Is it yesterday's race? We're going to have to get some clarification on that when Ben comes into the chat. So whilst I'm doing that in the background, let's talk amongst ourselves. There we go. Thank you, Harry, for the clarification. It's good to have some updated market information. Okay, and I do believe we have Ben in the comms channel now. And I'm going to... Let's see. We do have some chitter-chatter going on. It looks like Slayer is now sharing his screen. So just give me a moment. I am going to be pulling up... Okay, so I am in the room with Slayer, but I'm not sure if he can actually hear us. So just give me a moment. I'm just going to make sure that my settings are correct. Oh, there he is. He's just beamed in. Okay, we are going to head on over and transition into wheel spin. Here we go. Full screen. So that's the PXN. All right, drum roll, please. Drum roll. And while this is ongoing, who's it going to land on? It's going to be Script. It's Script. He's got himself a button box. Congratulations, sir. Do enjoy that. That is going to be an incredible addition to your rig. Thank you. Thank you. It's great to hear your voice as well. And while we're all here, let's talk about GMC. What can you share us a bit more about its origins, why and what and how it came to be? Mm-hmm. That's awesome. And I'm just getting a notification that people can't hear you in the chat. So I'm going to add you as an extra voice if I can. For some reason, that's a bit annoying. So give me a sec. I'm just going to add you in. Now, there was a lot of explanation there, and there was just radio silence. So I do apologize to those who are watching on the stream. Thank you, Klutz, for letting me know. And let's go to Discord and add in a extra honestly, working with OBS, I'm struggling here. So I think we're going to cut to the end of the stream. So I'm getting quite overwhelmed with the options here. So with that, thank you so much, everyone. Script Kid, if you're watching, do get in contact with the IFWL team and we will talk to you about your button box. Until then, we are going to end the stream. And you also see a little bit more of my back-end system there. That is the system that I use for watching the commentary. So you get a sneak peek into what I use. But we're going to go and transition back into our usual affairs. I believe you'll be able to hear Ben now, actually. Maybe still on voice.
Hello?
Yeah, there you go. He's there. Yeah, so, Ben, would you like to write it or would you like to repeat what was said when you were on mute? I forgot to add you as a channel.
Can they definitely hear me?
They absolutely can, yeah.
Fantastic. So, yes, GMC was originated by the original admin team for Forza. Grease Monkey Cup, I think it was Dave who originated the name and the concept. We ran it on Forza, really good series. And then when we first dabbled our toe into ACC, Klutz wanted to give the GMC a really good run on ACC by following the real life GT3 series as close as we possibly could. Klutz was back then part of the admin team before he had his little baby girl, so she was born. Klutz took a step back, but between then and now, yeah, we've pushed the GMC once again, and as everyone can see, we put a lot of time, effort, money into the planning phase and the promotion phase, and obviously the media to try and build the hype prior to the season going live.
It's awesome. And the prospect of hopping into this series, I mean, from the chatter that we saw from the race, it was quite flattering to be invited into this race series. So yeah, I do look forward to hopping on circuit with teammates and drivers alike. How do you feel about
the team definitely and the members want to see you racing. I don't think the majority of the Discord/league actually know the pace you've got, so it's quite a pleasant surprise when they do see you racing. We've got 2 commentators. I believe you've been working quite close with a Spicy P to get him on board with commentating, so who knows, maybe one of the other 2 may hop in and do the commentary and give you a chance to race and sink your teeth into proper IFWL racing.
Yeah, and I have a bit of pace, but I'm also modest, and yeah, I'd say I'm about mid to front pack, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the opportunity to come and join in, and I'm not going to turn that down. So yes, you are going to see me on circuit, 100%.
Fantastic. I think Dave's just made a really good comment as well. We are 1 follower away from 1,000 on SimGrid.
So who's going to hit the extra follow on SimGrid to take us into the 1K mark? We are growing and we are delivering. Thank you so much, our Ramsel501, for the follow. The IFWO team appreciate you. Looking forward to seeing you more in the chat. Any more that are looking to hit like and subscribe, don't delay, hit that button. Let's get more of our streams into your airwaves. Until then, it's good night and much love from the IFWL team. See you next week for round 3 at Pro-Am on Sunday.